Hey guys, good afternoon. Welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Aya Ra, and I am here today. Without further ado, I know I posted a introduction video maybe like a week and a half ago introducing you guys to my channel, and it's been a little while, but I am back, and today is going to be my first official video about makeup. Like I said, on my channel I'm going to talk about a lot of different things, but makeup and hair are one of the two main things that I will be talking about. But today's video I'm really excited about, because this is a video that I didn't find when I was beginning in makeup. I started playing around with makeup on the level of like getting dressed up to go to the club around 2011. Like I said, getting dressed up to go to the club, because you know back then that's what a girl was doing. Okay, she was getting dressed up to go to the club. I ain't much gonna lie, I was going to the club. So back then I started playing around with a little bit of makeup, but I've always worn makeup because in my younger days I was a dancer. So you know, with dance, as part of your costume, you do wear a lot of makeup, and it was always the older, bigger girls that were doing our makeup, or our parents that was giving us this jacked up ass makeup, right? So I still wanted to learn you know, all the things that I was seeing on TV, that I would see when you go like to the MAC counter or the Sephora counter. These girls would do your little makeup for prom and stuff like that. I wanted to learn how to do that and do it for myself, because I cannot see paying a girl $80, $60. I might pay $35 or $40, but I can't see paying that every time I want to step out to have my face done. Like, that just didn't make sense to me. So I started practicing with makeup and practicing, and eventually I got things down to where I was comfortable. The one thing that took me the longest to learn was how to do my eyebrows. As you can see, from years of overarching my eyebrows, you know, back in the days in the 90s, early 2000s, we used to wear them thin eyebrows, really thin. So overarching my eyebrows led to my eyebrows like not even growing on the tips. Like, this is as much as my eyebrows grow. So thank God for drawing on brows, getting brows snatched, honey, and fleeking them out, because baby, your girl need them. Okay, so I'm here today to do that for you guys, and I'm sorry if my voice sounds like a little bit off, but I've been sick. That's another reason why it took me so long to do this video, because I have been under the weather. So don't think that I just been, you know, wasting my time and my life by drinking Hennessy and smoking Newports for the last week. I ain't been doing that. I've been sick. So in the side of my mouth, I do have a throat lozenger, okay, or a cough drop, whatever you want to call it. I am not dipping snuff, and I am not storing food in my cheeks. This is just, you know, the way that I look. Okay, so basically today our video is going to be called Beginner Friendly Makeup on a Budget, and I'm going to show you girls how to create your own makeup starter pack without spending a whole lot of money. Okay, as you know, here in Miami, we have a lot of beauty supply stores. We have one on almost every corner. And when I tell you, when you're starting out with makeup, take advantage of those beauty supply stores, okay? So one of the few things that we are going to go over, first we're going to go over brushes. When I started out, I started with e.l.f. brushes, okay? This is an example of an e.l.f. brush. I'm going to show you because I have more than one kind of brush. But e.l.f. brushes, if you're not familiar with the name, these are e.l.f. brushes, okay? And they come in all kinds of shapes, all forms. You can find these at Walgreens. You can find them at Target. You can find them at CVS, Walmart, everywhere. Even some of the beauty supply stores carry e.l.f. brushes, okay? And these are also another brush that you can use that are very affordable. You can find them in any of your beauty supply stores, and you can also find these in your local drugstores, which are the Wet n Wild. The Wet n Wild brushes, okay? These brushes are very inexpensive. Like I said, like some of these brushes you won't even pay over $5 for. And I'm going to show you which brushes you need to get when you're starting. So to create your starter pack, what you're gonna need, and you don't need a whole lot of stuff. I'm sorry, you don't need a whole lot of stuff. When I first started my doing my makeup, I think I probably had about three or four brushes. Okay, I didn't have all of these fan brushes and contour brush and lip brush and all of that. I did not have none of that. Okay, so basically what I had was some cheap drugstore brushes, which are the ones I showed you, the Wet n Wild and the e.l.f. brushes, and those are what I did, what I could do with. And as I learned about different brushes and what brushes are needed for what, I would buy brushes one at a time or two at a time or whatever I could afford, because I ain't no rich girl. I got bills that be coming in and I need to pay bills first. That's a priority. I could look good second, but I need my household to be taken care of first. So the first kind of brush you're gonna need is, this is a Wet n Wild flat top brush. Okay, you can use this brush to apply your foundation, to put foundation on, because it has a flat top. I'm going to show you one that's open that I used already. It has a flat top, so you can use this brush to put your foundation on in this manner. And it's not expensive. This brush is probably like $3. Sorry. Also, you're going to need a eyeshadow brush, right? And this is just a brush that you're going to apply eyeshadow onto your lid, okay? So this eyeshadow brush is an e.l.f. eyeshadow brush. And you can either get your brushes from one collection, which is either e.l.f. or Wet n Wild, whichever you prefer. But I would buy brushes all over the place. This is an eyeshadow brush. And this is probably like $2 or $3, okay? So those are the two main brushes that you really need starting off when you do makeup. You need a brush to put your foundation on, and you also need a brush to put your eyeshadow on, okay? So that's two brushes. And then once you start getting fancy and you're like doing your eyebrows, once you get to mastering that point, you're going to need a concealer brush. Okay, and this is a Wet n Wild concealer brush. And as you can see, the top of the brush, I'm actually going to take it out of the pack for you guys so you can see it. But this is a concealer brush, and this brush is used to help you shape and contour your eyebrows or any other areas on your face that you're trying to conceal or contour. Okay, let me put it against my skin here. So see that? That's a contour brush. You're also going to need a spoolie. This is a spoolie that's from e.l.f. It's called a spoolie, or it's called an eyebrow wand or eyebrow brush. They're called many different things, but this is what you're going to also need. And you're going to need this to lay your eyebrows, to brush them into place, okay? Always remember, you brush your eyebrows up and down at the tip, okay? I don't want y'all brushing your eyebrows like that, okay? You're gonna brush them girls up like this and down at the tip, okay? So you need one of those, okay? So that's what, 4 brushes already. With those 4 brushes, you should be able to do the basic makeup on your face. You're gonna also need a fluffy brush. This is an e.l.f. brush here. As you can see, it's the fluffy brush. It's either called a powder brush or a blush brush. This is just a fluffy brush, and I use this brush to put on setting powder, because remember, I'm gonna go over the steps with you for that also, but setting powder is for me, I love to use this big fluffy brush to do my setting powder. And that's about it for brushes. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 brushes that I showed you, okay? All of those brushes are under $5, okay? So those are the brushes that you need in your starter pack. Next, when you go to the beauty supply store, you want to get what's called beauty blenders. They come in all shapes, all colors. This is a blue one. It has a different shape than this yellow one. This orange one, I'm sorry. But these come in all shapes and colors. I even have ones that come like with little things on them, like this one. This one is another like weird shape that I have here. So beauty blenders, You can get those from anywhere. I like to buy my beauty blenders from Marshalls or Ross because they usually have them in a pack, and I can get a pack of them for a very low price. Sometimes they have a pack of them for like $6.99 or $7.99, but Marshalls and Ross also sell individual beauty blenders for like $2.99 or $3.99. So you do not have to break the bank to buy these things, okay? And they also sell those in your beauty supply stores, and they definitely sell them in your pharmacies, okay, or your drugstore, whatever you want to call it. So that's number 2. After you get your beauty blenders, you want to make sure you get a foundation. Like I told you guys, I love drugstore foundation. So my go-to foundation from the drugstore is the Maybelline Fit Me. And it's the matte and poreless Maybelline Fit Me. I am a number 338. And this may seem a little bit dark compared to my complexion, but I usually go darker on my face so that it blends and it matches my neck and chest area. So matte and poreless Maybelline Fit Me, this is what I use. The reason why I use matte and poreless is because I have oily skin. And because I have oily skin, I have to use products that are mattifying to keep my face from being so greasy and oiling up. If you have dry skin, they have a foundation that's called Dewy, D-E-W-E-Y, I think that's how you spell it, or D-E-W-Y. Let me double check because I don't want to be sounding like no idiot, but it's D-E-W-Y. The Dewy foundation is more so for people that have dry skin or combination skin. So you want to put a foundation on your face that is not going to make your face extra dry, so therefore you would not use matte foundation. You would go for the Dewy foundation. When you buy these, they usually have in the drugstore the liquid foundation, and they also have the powder. Now this powder, you can get it to match the foundation. For example, this is a Mocha Matte and Poreless 360. This is a Mocha 360 powder foundation. You can use this as makeup by itself, like your complete foundation, or you can use this as a setting powder to go on top of your liquid foundation. And this is all depending on what you choose. Some people like to use powder foundation, others like to use liquid. But remember, anytime you use a liquid foundation or any type of cream foundation, liquid foundation, or anything, you need a powder to set it. And setting just means that I almost got choked on that cough drop, y'all. Oh Lord Jesus. Setting powder just means that you do not want your foundation to move. Wherever you put your foundation at, that's where you want it to stay. Therefore, you definitely need a setting powder if you're using any type of liquid or cream foundations. Also, you're gonna need a baking powder or a setting powder. Now, if you don't want to use the powder that comes with the foundation or that matches the foundation, you can always use a translucent setting powder. This is an example of one of the translucent setting powders I have. I have the Sasha setting powder. This is translucent, meaning it goes on clear. There's no color with it. It's just a clear foundation. This is very good for setting your makeup, also to keep it from moving. I use this more so on my eyes before I do my eyeshadow to set my concealer, but this is very good to use all over your face if you need to. Okay, now these powders and these foundations, they come in all shapes, meaning sizes, all colors, okay? And basically finding the color that's best for you is trial and error. For me, I would get in the mirror, put the thing next to my face and be like, this look like it could match. And then I would go home and try it on If it didn't match, I would bring it back to Walgreens and be like, this color did not match, and they will take it back. They will give you a refund, and they will let you exchange or whatever it is you want to do. Sometimes I would buy 2 or 3 colors that were like next to each other and see which one matched my face best and which one blended into my skin best. So that's how you pick your foundations, okay? Always check your foundations on the side of your face right here, where it's closer to your neck, so that you'll know if you'll have a uniform blend. Y'all know how y'all be seeing them girls, they face look white like a ghost and then they neck be black? Sister was trying to do a Michael Jackson. It didn't work for her. Make sure that when you get your foundation, you put it on your face right here and make sure it blends with your neck. Because your face and your neck is uniform, okay? You have some dark spots in your face, but for the most part, most people's neck and their faces are 2 different tones, okay? So make sure that you get something that blends seamlessly. That's why when you see makeup artists do makeup, they do a face of makeup, and they also do makeup on your chin, your neck, and sometimes your ears, because they want everything to blend and be one color. After that, we're going to go for highlights and contours. This was something that took me a while to learn how to do. I'm not going to lie, I had to practice a lot with highlights and contours. I still have not perfected them the way that I want to, especially when it comes to highlighting and contouring my nose. I'm still having a challenge with that because I got this old Miss Piggy nose or whatever. I be trying to get the nose snatched, right? Because it look like Miss Piggy, and I be trying to get it snatched like this. I don't want a gonzo nose, but I want my nose to be snatched, right? So I'm still practicing and still trying to learn how to get my nose contour and highlight down packed. I'm still working on that. But when it comes to that, these are the things that you're going to buy. These are sold also in your beauty supply stores. And these are the LA Girl Pro Concealers, okay? These are all you need to highlight and contour. And these are only like $2.99 at the beauty supply store. They come in all colors, okay? They come in so many colors. I have this one. I have this one that's for color correcting, okay? We'll go over that, not in this video, but later on. And if you don't want to buy those that they sell in the drugstore, I mean in the beauty supply store, you can always buy the Maybelline Fit Me. They have contour liquid concealer and contouring stuff as well. Which these are like $4.99 or $5.99. Not expensive at all. And the foundation, I forgot to tell you guys, the price on these foundations are like $7 and some change. So less than $8 for this foundation compared to your MAC foundation that runs you between $45 and $55, maybe $60, depending on what it is that you're buying. So if you learning and you around here messing up and buying the wrong color and all that, I suggest you start in the drugstore, because you're going to be wasting your dollars if you're spending $55, $60 at the MAC and the Sephora and the junk don't match, or it don't look good, or you don't know what you're doing with it. Your money going down the drain. And I ain't the one for throwing down money, so I'm just going to tell y'all that, okay? Then after that, we're going to go over eyebrow pencils. When you're drawing your brows on, some of you ladies, I know in Miami, a hot thing is having your eyebrows tinted. If you tinting your eyebrows, then you don't really have to worry about this part when it comes to an eyebrow pencil, because you're tinting your brows. I don't tint my brows. I don't like the way that look. I really can't stand it. That's my personal opinion. I just don't like the tinted brow thing. So what I do is I buy eyebrow pencils. This one is a color brown. The name going off of it. That's how much I use it. I can't even tell you what the name of the color is, but I know it's just a brown pencil. It comes with its own sharpener. And guess what, hunty? $1. It costs $1. Okay? At the beauty supply store. That's what I buy to do my eyebrows. And I have them in all colors. So if I want to wear red hair, I have a red pencil. If I want to wear black hair, I have a black pencil. If I want to wear browns or blondes, I have brown pencils. Point blank, period. Okay? And that's it. That's all you need when it comes to eyebrows. You're going to use your contour, for contouring and shaping your eyebrows. You can use these same LA Pro concealer things that I showed you, because I don't know what they call. Chaya. It just say concealer. But these little babies right here, you can use those when it comes to doing your shaping and sculpting your eyebrows. Once you draw it on with that pencil, all you need is one of these, okay, to get your shapes in place. Now, after we do that, what else did I want to tell y'all about? I want to tell y'all about something, because I don't want y'all out here looking crazy and spending all y'all money. Lashes. Eyelashes are optional. A lot of y'all get a Koreans all y'all money. Y'all done got dependent on they eyelashes, right? Y'all be around here looking like HEMOC patients because y'all ain't got no eyelashes. Because y'all done let the people them put all the stuff on your eyelashes, and now you ain't got none. So guess what you got to do? Go back to them to get some more eyelashes. But the devil is a lie. They won't get these eyelashes. I tried fake lashes once. One time. About 7 years ago. When I tell you my things was thin, because I want to almost say a cuss word right now. But when I tell you my eyelashes was gone, baby, they was gone. And after that, I said I would never put on no eyelashes again. And I don't. I don't wear lashes. I don't even know how to put on falsies. I'm learning now how to put on falsies. And when I say falsies, I'm only talking about strips. Because strips are for that moment only. And then I can come home, wash my face with soap and water, and them strips gonna come right off. I do not put all of that bonding glue and all that stuff on my eyes. I was tempted to do the mink lashes, like the extension ones. But honey, I went with somebody when they was getting their eyes done. They had to tape their eyelids up, and then they had to lay there for like almost an hour and a half. I don't got time for that. You know how many things I could do in an hour and a half? No, I can't just lay here and let you be peeling on my eyelashes, peeling on my eyes for an hour and a half. That's not gonna happen. So that's what deterred me from doing those. So anytime you see me do my makeup, I usually don't have on no falsies. I always just use mascara on my eyelashes, 2 to 3 coats of mascara, and it makes it look like I have on a short set of falsies or a medium set of falsies, when in actuality I don't. It's just about applying more than one layer of mascara to your eyes. Eyeliners. You can use liquid eyeliner if you like. You can use the eyeliner pencils if you like. Whichever one you're more comfortable with, those are the ones that I suggest you use when it comes to doing eyeliner, because that's a very sensitive and delicate part of your eye. A lot of people can't even put eyeliner on right here without their eyes watering up and out them crying like they done lost their mind. So if that's the case, I'm just going to tell you, do whichever one is best for you. Some people don't even wear eyeliner in their water, in this area right here, because it's just too sensitive for them. So if you're one of those people, then don't really worry about it. I would just say practice, 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 because sometimes eyeliner makes the definition that you need when it comes to making your eyes pop. So practice with that, because it's something that you would definitely benefit from when you're doing like a full face of makeup. You don't want to leave anything undone. And then other than that, you use your fingers. You'll learn about this too, and I'll be more than happy to go over it with you when you're applying makeup. Remember that makeup, if you're using foundations that are liquid, they apply better when you pour them like on your hand, because your skin and your body temperature warms up the foundation or warms up that liquid, and it helps it to apply a lot better on your skin. So definitely you can use your hand for that. Or if you want to buy those little makeup trays that you put samples on, you can go and do that. But guess what? Your girl ain't got money to be spending on that. My hand worked just fine. It ain't handicapped. I can pour that liquid right on here. You can also use fingers to blend out concealer when you're doing your eyes. The warmth from your finger helps the concealer to melt into your skin. So if there are ever little areas that you need to get to and touch up, like your nose when you do your highlight and contour, don't be afraid to use your fingers, because the warmth from your body will help melt those products into your skin. Okay, and then when it comes to lips, you can use whatever colors you want. You're entitled to have whatever mouth you want to have when it comes to makeup. So if you want to beat your face and put on a black mouth, then hey, black it out. Red, yellow, green, whatever you want to do. You can always pick whatever color lipstick you want. I am a fan personally of matte lipsticks. I just like everything matte. I like matte lipsticks, matte lip glosses. And sometimes I'll get creamy lip glosses so that they can put a little bit of shine on top of the matte. I'm not really a big fan of the creamy ones because they tend to be sticky sometimes, and then your weave just get caught all in your mouth and it be stuck to your lips, and you know that ain't cute when you're trying to pull your so yeah, I'm not a big fan of the creamy lip glosses. I'm more of a matte girl when it comes to a lot of things. So those are the basic things that you are going to need in your starter pack. I forgot one thing. Primer. If you never knew, when it comes to makeup, you need to always have a primer. You should never put makeup on your bare face, meaning once you washed your face and cleansed your face, your face is clean, fresh, your pores are open and everything like that. You never want to apply makeup directly on top of your skin. You want to create barriers and layers so that you can put the makeup on top of those barriers and those layers as opposed to putting it on top of your face. So like now, before I did this video, I did a fresh wash. My face is washed and clean and it's dry. Usually the products that I use to clean my face, they do strip my face of all the natural moisture, and I like that because I have oily skin. So I do that to get rid of that oily shiny layer. And once that's done, I go back in and moisturize my face because clearly my face is dry. So I'll come back in, moisturize my face with some type of moisturizer. Actually today I picked this up, and this is from Pearl Essence. I don't know if you can see it. Pearl Essence Coconut Water Hydrating Face Mist. You can make these kinds of things at home. I used to make them all the time, but right now, like, I really don't have time. But like the rose water, coconut oil, the lavender, all of those things, tea tree oil mist, I used to make those at home when I first went natural because I would use them on my hair. It's the same thing, but this one I just bought it because I found it for like $4.99 at TJ Maxx. So I'm gonna actually start using this after I wash my face and it's completely washed and dry. I'm gonna mist it with this before I go to bed because I usually wash my face twice a day. Once in the morning, once at night with my products. And then I'll be using this as a facial moisturizer, and I'm gonna see how it works for me. I also use facial moisturizers that have SPF in it, and if you don't know what that is, those are the same things that are in the suntan lotions, and basically what they do is they protect your skin from the UV rays. Those are very important. Black ladies, black women, people of color tend to think that they do not need SPF in their life, and we do. We still, even though we are protected by melanin, let's get this right, we are protected by melanin as opposed to the Caucasian race that they are not protected by melanin because they don't have that in their skin. But we still need to use products that have SPF in it to protect our skin from those UV rays that we are exposed to when we are outside in the elements. So I also use a facial moisturizer that has SPF in it, and then once I do that, I use a primer. This is my favorite primer because I do have oily skin. This primer from Smashbox Photo Finish, it does not have any oil in it. So this is very good for my skin because it doesn't make my skin greasy. This is a silicone based primer, and when I say silicone, I mean just that. It's like silicone. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like, I'm gonna show you. It's actually silicone based, right? So this works very well for my skin because I do have oily skin, which is mostly in my T-zone area, this area here, and across here, I usually get really oily. So definitely I use this primer after I hydrate with a moisturizer. I go on top of the moisturizer with a primer, and this primer sets on my face. Once I put that on, I put my makeup on top of this primer, never directly on my skin. Okay, some other things that I have used as primers, I've used Milk of Magnesia. I don't know if a lot of people have heard of that, but Milk of Magnesia can also be used as a primer. Okay, and I usually use it on those nights that I'm going out and I need my face to be snatched for at least 8 hours without me having to go to the bathroom to blot or to freshen it up. I would use Milk of Magnesia as a primer, and I would use that in my T-zone area as well only, and apply my foundation on top of that. And that's a whole nother makeup tutorial. We can get into that with anybody that has questions about that when it comes to their skin type, whether they have oily or combination skin. Those are some hacks that we can get into later on. But definitely I wanted to give you guys this tutorial. And I don't know if I mentioned when it comes to like highlights, when you do the under eye highlights, the nose and all those things like that, there are some color setting powders that you can use to make those areas set and also make them pop. So for me, my favorite is the Ben Nye Banana Powder because I like bright highlights. Like I like to look like I'm going on a photo shoot every time I put my makeup on. So I personally like the Ben Nye Banana Powder. You can also, if you're a woman of darker color, use the Sacha Buttercup setting powder. And it's a orangish, it has an orangey yellow undertone, but this is ideal for women of darker color. If they don't like this bright banana yellow one, they can definitely use the Sacha Buttercup. And these both I purchased on Amazon. I think I paid like $13 for this one. It's really expensive, but a little bit goes a long way. So I've had these for over a year, and you can see I haven't even used them that much. And this one I purchased on the Sacha website, and I don't remember how much it retailed for, but it wasn't that expensive. I think it was under $20. It might have been under 15. I don't know. I can't remember because I've had them for a while. But you want to get one of these once you master doing the basic stuff with your makeup. You want to get one of these to help with your highlights. And other than that, that's all I got. I also have some other things that you can get from e.l.f. Remember I went over the LA Girl Pro Concealer that you can use for highlights and contouring your eyebrows and stuff. e.l.f., if you're a big e.l.f. fan, which I am, e.l.f. also has a palette, and the palettes range from light to medium, medium to dark. And this is a palette that has 1, 2, 3, 4 different concealer colors, okay, that you can use here if you want to go that route. So that's a palette that you can get from e.l.f. And like I say, e.l.f. is very, very affordable, okay? And then this one is also a palette that I have. This is actually a powder contour palette, and this is from Black Radiance. This comes in light to medium and medium to dark. And this is a contour palette, but it's powder. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that. So it's powder, and it also has it labeled to let you know where you would apply this. So this is for contouring, sculpting, and highlighter. So this has a bronzer in it and everything. And then up here at the top, it shows you where you can use them and how you can use them. Okay, so this is a very good palette also. And other than that, once you're done with your makeup and you have done a full face of makeup, you want to get you a setting spray. I am a NYX girl, okay? I love NYX or NYX, however you want to pronounce it. I love their products. I have a lot of products from them: eyeshadows, blushes, lipsticks, lip glosses, lip balms. Like, I love them, and they are very affordable, okay? So you can also get a setting spray. This is a matte finish setting spray. Remember, I told you I use everything matte because I have oily skin. This is a spray that once you put your whole face of makeup on, you're gonna spray your face down, honey, like this was Raid and you was a roach. It's gonna spray this face to death, and this is gonna set and hold all your makeup in place, okay? They also have it in a dewy finish. Remember, I told you about that, the DEWY, the dewy finish. And this is for my girls that have dry skin, okay? With girls that have oily skin, we do everything matte, and once our makeup sets, it turns to dewy, because we get that glow and that gloss from the oils from our skin and the makeup. But the girls that have dry skin, they have to use dewy foundation, dewy setting sprays, and this gives them moisture to their skin so that their makeup doesn't look cakey and dry. They get a nice, moist, glossy finish with the dewy spray. So it all depends on what kind of skin you have. Okay, and that is it for my tutorial for today. Okay, and I will be back. My next video, I'm gonna do a face of makeup, and I'm gonna do that based on the request of one of my dear friends, Miss Morgan Ashley. And I will do a whole face of makeup just for her because I love her that much. And I'll be doing that probably maybe today if I have time. Once I edit this video and get it up, I'll do that video today and get that up sometime this week for you guys. But until then, y'all stay beautiful, y'all stay beat, and I will see you guys with the next video. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys with the next video. All right, so thanks for stopping by. Remember to like, okay, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much. I got really good reviews on my first video. I got a lot of views, a lot of subscribers off of my first video. So like I said, I'm here for it. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. So y'all let me know anything that you guys want to see, and I'll be more than happy to get those videos started for you guys and get them up. I'm going to try to get a video up at least every week, at least once a week, if not once every 2 weeks, depending on what my schedule is. I have a lot of things that I'm doing, a lot of stuff that I'm working on. So don't think that I've forgotten about you guys. Just give me a minute and I'll get those things up for you. Stay beautiful, and I'll see y'all next week.